So I'll turn it over for any questions, and the developer is here. If there's any for him as well, they can come up.
Okay. Are there any questions or concerns from anyone on the commission?
I have a couple of questions anyhow. Fencing around the two new buildings?
It's going to be totally gated.
Just like the other,
Just like the first building.
just like the
We
other.
actually have some renderings of what the building will look like.
Okay.
Some renderings. Keith Fisher, the architect's here. If you want to ask any questions of Keith, he can answer.
So there is fencing.
It's going to be fencing, gated, private, exclusive,
Fine.
security cameras, the same. It's going to be luxury residences.
Yeah, I understand all that. The second question, could you go back, Mike, at least somewhere where I could see the access people are going to have through the gates to how do they get their vehicles in and out of?
Yeah,
or maybe
Keith,
he can
yeah,
show
Keith,
us.
come up.
Yeah, to handle that, if you, there's actually 3 points of access.
Okay.
As you all well know, the challenge with this site is the grading, high to
Yeah.
low, high to
Absolutely.
really low. So we're going to be dealing with some transitional retaining walls throughout the site as much as we can. But for the most part, those 3 areas that were just pointed out on the screen, if you look at that green line, they intersect the 2 areas first off the street, and then to the right of that screen on the top side, closest to sort of the waterside peninsula. 3 main access point, as was already stated earlier, the fire marshal has looked at this both from a building perspective and a site plan and given us full approval.
Okay.
The main, the access you see there with the 2 arrows, that's actually an approved fire lane. So the building will actually set back from the waterfront to achieve that. So there's going to be a tremendous amount of vehicular circulation available to everybody on this one.
And help me, where is the existing, what we would call Miller building?
It'll be down,
Yeah.
down here.
Okay. All right, I'm fine.
This picture's turned from the other ones.
Thank you.
So this is the water here, the hospital's up there. This is Middleford Road. This is Water Street.
Okay, thank you.
Bridge is moved.
All right,
Yep.
and that's all. I have.
Any other questions, concerns? Any public? No comments from the public? All right, we'll go to item number 2.
Thank you. All right, so moving on to new business number 2. It's for RMAB LLC. They're property owner of a vacant lot on Shipley Street. Tax map and parcel number 531-13.06-41.00. They're seeking a rezoning from C2 Highway Commercial District to R1 Low Density Residential District. This is the property here. It's just a vacant lot, kind of in the middle of the block there on Shipley Street. I believe that's Locust Street to the bottom, and then this is the county tax map showing the dimensions and parcel number. The current lot size is 100 foot wide, and it's plus or minus 9,900 square feet, and it does meet the area bulk requirements for R1, which is a 75-foot lot width and a 7,500 square foot minimum. So it does meet all the requirements there. It's adjacent to residential. Across the road is also R1 residential, so it does meet all the requirements for rezoning. Kevin Thawley's here as a property owner if there's any questions for him as well.
I have a question. Has there ever been a building on the property ever?
I couldn't find anything.
Okay,
there's a
just
water
curious.
service there,
Right.
but that's,
What I understand,
yeah, that's,
the previous owner had a garden, had water service there, but the sewer's not intact. That's
Okay, thank you.
So,
Any questions or concerns from commission?
Go ahead.
make sure I think I know this piece of property. That is the property that the Mayhans owned
yes, sir.
and had their garden in for years and years and years. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
It's the only lot left on Shipley Street?
Probably, yeah,
I thought.
Yeah.
And that's the one right next to those the apartments?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
And why was it originally zoned commercial?
It's,
Or has that been too long in the past? that
it's
no
probably
one-
too long ago. This
no one
project
now
just saw,
knows.
you know, it was with,
Think about where it is.
commercial property next door, and whenever it got split up, it
Okay.
just stayed that way.
Between the office, the doctor's offices
And
and
the
the
parking,
apartment
yeah,
complex, and
yeah.
so, but you couldn't put an apartment complex in that building.
No.
Any other questions, concerns, comments, commission? Anything from the public? Hearing nothing from the public, I'll turn it to Mike.
Go back to you. You gotta close the,
Close the public and comments, and we'll reopen the regular meeting.
thank you. All right, so we'll go back to item number 1. These are the findings of facts. Project is Residences at River Place Phase 3, final site plan, located on South North Street, and this is on tax map and parcel number 431-5.00, -318.00, 319.00, 322.00, 323.00, 323.01, and 324.00. The zoning is C3 Riverfront Enterprise Zone. These existing properties will be combined into 2 lots, or 2 properties. They're providing 84 paved parking spaces on the site with an additional 9 along North Street. Stormwater will be on site, and it requires the relocation of the city's sewer, interceptor sewer, and they will be required to comply with the area and bulk requirements for the district, and waivers are requested from the city council for building height, density, parking, and side yard setbacks. Planning and zoning is to make a recommendation to council this evening.
So I'll entertain a motion.
Recommend approval of the final site plan as presented in the findings of facts tonight.
I second it.
Mr. Grassett,
I approve based on finding of facts.
Mr. Temple,
I approve based on findings of fact.
Mr. Peterson,
I approve based on findings of fact.
and Ms. Spicer.
I approve based on the finding of facts.
This will go to the October 27th council, this will go to the October 27th council meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank
All right,
you.
you're welcome, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So this, moving on to agenda item number 2, findings of facts. Project is RMAB LLC, property rezoning, located on North Shipley Street. That is tax map and parcel 531-13.06-41.00. Current zoning is C2 Highway Commercial, and they're requesting to rezone from C2 Highway Commercial to R1 Low Density Residential in order to allow single-family dwelling. Current lot size is 100 foot wide and plus or minus 9,900 square feet, and it meets the area and bulk requirements for R1, which is 75 foot width and 7,500 square foot. Planning and zoning to make a recommendation to council.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I recommend approval of the rezoning to R1 as presented in the findings of fact.
I second.
Mr. Grassett,
I approve based on finding of facts.
Mr. Temple,
I approve based on findings of fact.
Mr. Peterson,
I approve based on findings of fact.
and Ms. Spicer.
I approve based on the finding of facts.
Very good. Any other business?
That's all for tonight.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that, too.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm second.